Hello everyone, welcome to Book of Motivation channel. I'm very excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you is something that completely changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. Today I want to talk to you about something called the power of walking alone. You see, when I was younger, I used to believe that success was about being surrounded by people, about having others to support you, clap for you, and believe in your dream. But the truth is, the most powerful moments in my life didn't happen when I was surrounded by a crowd. They happened when I was walking alone, when nobody understood what I was doing, when nobody believed in me, when I had no one but myself to rely on. The world has a strange way of testing your commitment to your dreams. It will isolate you. It will make you feel forgotten. It will push you to the edge until you start questioning your own worth. But if you can keep walking, if you can keep believing when there's no one cheering, if you can keep pushing when there's no one watching, that's when you discover who you truly are. When I started Alibaba, people thought I was crazy. They said, "Jack, you don't know technology, you don't understand business, you can't speak perfect English. How can you compete with global companies?" Even my friends told me it's impossible. But I told myself, "Jack, if you don't try, you'll never know what's possible." So I walked alone. Every night I sat in my small apartment building ideas on paper, not knowing whether they would ever become real. I didn't have connections, I didn't have money, I didn't have powerful support. What I had was a burning belief inside me that one day the small steps I was taking alone would lead me somewhere extraordinary. And that belief is what kept me walking, even when the road was dark. You see, the most successful people in the world are not the ones who always had company. They are the ones who learn to be their own companion, because walking alone forces you to listen to your own voice, the voice that says, keep going, even when everything seems hopeless. Walking alone is not about being lonely. It's about building your inner strength. It's about realizing that the journey to greatness is not crowded. It's quiet, it's hard, and it's full of lessons only solitude can teach. When you walk alone, you start to understand your purpose more clearly. You stop living for applause and start living for progress. You stop trying to please people and start focusing on pleasing your future self. I've seen so many young people give up on their dreams just because their friends didn't support them or because their family didn't believe in them. But you cannot expect people to understand your vision when it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. That's why your journey will feel lonely at times, because it's your road, not theirs. Every time you walk alone, you're training your heart to be stronger. You're teaching your mind to be more focused. You're learning how to trust yourself. Because let's be honest, if you can't walk alone, you'll never be ready to lead others. Leadership begins with the courage to take the first step by yourself. I still remember walking through the streets of Hangzhou when no one knew my name. I had no investors, no office, no big plans, just a dream and determination. People laughed. They said, "Jack Ma, who does he think he is?" But that laughter became my fuel. Every word of doubt became a reason to prove them wrong. Sometimes the silence of walking alone is the greatest motivator because it gives you space to think, to create, to imagine, and to prepare for the moment when the world will finally hear your voice. Walking alone also teaches you discipline. When nobody's watching, will you still do the work? When nobody's clapping, will you still keep going? When the results don't come fast, will you still trust the process? These are the questions you face when you're walking your own path. The crowd only celebrates you when you win, but the truth is you win because of all those lonely moments when you kept going despite the pain. You don't need to be the loudest. You just need to be consistent. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take one step at a time. That's the power of walking alone. It transforms you from someone who dreams into someone who does. When you walk alone, you start to enjoy the journey itself. You begin to see beauty in the struggle. You start appreciating small victories. You learn to celebrate yourself quietly because you know how hard you've worked to get there. You realize that not every step needs to be seen or approved by others. The best parts of your growth often happen in private, in the moments when you're tired but you choose to continue, when you're scared but you take action anyway. And one day when people finally notice your success, they will call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. Luck didn't bring you here. Loneliness did. Hard work did. Walking alone did. So if you're watching this right now and you feel like you're all by yourself, maybe your friends don't believe in your dream, maybe your family doesn't understand your passion, maybe you failed so many times that you've started to lose confidence, let me tell you something. Don't give up. This is your season of growth. Every great story begins in silence. Every strong tree grows in the dark before it breaks through the soil and reaches the light. Your time is coming, but first you must learn to walk alone. Trust your pace, trust your process, trust that every lonely step is preparing you for something bigger. The world might not see your effort today, but one day it will. The same people who doubted you will ask how you did it. The same people who ignored you will try to be around you. But when that day comes, remember how it all started with you walking alone, believing when no one else did. That's the real victory. Because success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become through the journey. And walking alone shapes you into someone unstoppable, someone who doesn't need permission to succeed. So don't be afraid of solitude. Embrace it, use it, let it sharpen your mind and strengthen your heart. Learn to enjoy your own company, to reflect, to plan, and to grow. When you walk alone, you start building something far more powerful than success. You build character, and character is what will carry you through every storm, every failure, every rejection, every moment of doubt. All of it is just a test to see how badly you want your dream. Most people quit because they think walking alone means they're losing. But the truth is, walking alone is how you win. I want you to remember this. No one will walk your journey for you. Your dream is your responsibility. Your vision is your duty. Don't wait for people to walk beside you. Start walking now. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let loneliness control you. Let it empower you. The journey might be long, it might be quiet, but it will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. And when you finally reach your destination, you'll look back and realize that those lonely steps were the most beautiful part of the story. When you walk alone, you begin to see who truly supports you. Some people will leave, some will criticize you, some will ignore you. Don't hate them. Don't waste your energy trying to make them understand. Their rejection is simply redirection. Life removes certain people not to punish you, but to protect you. The fewer people you have around you, the more you realize that your progress depends not on who you have beside you, but on what you have inside you. Every successful person you admire today has walked a lonely path. Elon Musk was laughed at for his ideas. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Nelson Mandela spent years alone in prison before changing the world. Greatness is born in isolation. When you walk alone, you are not missing out, you are being molded. Walking alone also helps you to become emotionally strong. You stop relying on validation. You stop waiting for people to believe in you. You stop depending on external motivation because you've learned to generate it from within. That's why solitude is powerful. It teaches you how to survive without applause. It makes you realize that your worth is not determined by the number of people who support you, but by the number of times you refuse to give up when no one did. When you master walking alone, you become unstoppable because no criticism can break you and no rejection can define you. But here's something important. Walking alone doesn't mean you will always be alone. It means that until you find people who truly align with your vision, you must be brave enough to walk your path by yourself. The right people will come, but they will only find you when you're already moving forward. Don't wait for company to start your journey. Take the first step. Show the world that you're serious about your dream. When you start walking, even alone, the universe begins to align opportunities in your path. You attract people who share your energy, your purpose, and your mindset, but they only appear once you've proven you can move without them. Many young people ask me, Jack, how can I stay motivated when I feel alone? And I always tell them, your loneliness is your secret power. It gives you space to focus. It gives you time to grow. Use that time to improve yourself. Read, learn, practice, build. Don't waste it scrolling through what others are doing. Every hour you spend building yourself in silence will one day speak for you in public. So my friend, if you're walking alone right now, smile. Because you're not behind. You're ahead. You're becoming stronger than you think, wiser than you know, and closer to your dream than you realize. Keep walking, keep believing, keep fighting. One day the world will see what you've built in silence. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because here we talk about growth, mindset, and becoming the best version of yourself, even when you have to walk that path alone. Remember, success is not about walking with the crowd. It's about walking your own path with courage, consistency, and purpose. If you love this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to get daily motivation video